Try again. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome. This is probably going to be a super short one. Um, where basically, um, okay, yeah. Yeah, so basically there's extra that I didn't realize. Um, so we're going to go through them. It might take 5 minutes. It might be a couple of hours. Who knows? I hope everyone's okay though. Having a good lead up to Christmas and all that stuff. Yeah. So I'm going to do this. I don't know if I'll then be able to stream again this week, but we will see. And then I'll be back next week doing sort of normal things back on the railroad of streaming. Okay. So what I realised is if I click this again, there's an after. So basically, I was going through it. I was checking the achievements, and I was like, "Oh, there's a epilogue." So we'll do this and see where it goes. So the day the night slept afterwards, the awakening daybreak of the holiday star. You promised me we would go together. I thought you alone understood me. I believed in you. Why? Why? Why did you do this to me? Please enter your name. Bird. Lover. Is a lover bird okay? Yes, it is. Wahaha! At last the day has come. Oh, he's back. The day of my final victory over you. Isasuma. I know you are here tonight. My heart flutters just imagining your ungainly form prostrating itself in fear before my new weapon. Look up at the night sky, the stars, the moon. They will give me their blessings in this, my decisive moment of artistry. Never mind, it seems to have clouded over. Can't the weather try and read the atmosphere at least a little? Come on, you ninnies. The star player has arrived at last. Show a little enthusiasm. Ah, it's of no matter. Nothing can overshadow my day of glory now. Prepare yourself for the end, Isasuma. Ishishiki Tori, the artist, the one and only, has arrived. Tremble before me, pitiful fools. Wait, no, give applause for the glory you're about to witness. Tonight I unveil my... Can I just ask for applause? What is this stillness? My grand entrance, you must... What on earth is going on? Ah, good, Mr. Editor-in-Chief from... Oh, wait. Gradual process. Is this not extra? You two are Nishikaturi. How rude. Wait, oh, it is... have I been lied to? Is this not an extra? And things went wrong. So they're in REM sleep. Yep, so this is all this. So this is where they're asleep. It's being explained to Evil Bird. He's supposed to clouds. Coming through. We're completely lacking in grace. Quite rude. Wait. I was gonna save that. I thought that was the... Have I been lied to? What's going on? What's up? Let's have a look. Have a look. Oh, there's an after. So where's after? Day the night slept after. Okay, so you need to read everything. Oh, it's here. It's here. The day the night slept, after. The story consists of unused scenes from part 4. Please enjoy this collection of things which couldn't fit into the main story. Think of it as being like bonus scenes on a DVD. Right, let's try again. The conductor's true form. So this is where they woke up. Oh, it's Ryuta as well. The silver field was a little cold. Oh, this is afterwards. Obviously. No, that's not it. It's not that my stomach is cold. I'm just feeling kind of fuzzy. Cool, bird is feeling fuzzy. Bird's stomach feeling fuzzy. No, my head is. Something's bothering me. It's... Excuse me. What, if you need the toilet, it's in the car there, so don't have an accident. No. I really feel like I've seen you before. Have we met somewhere? Excuse me, miss, are you hitting on me? No. Maybe we've met, maybe we haven't. That depends on you. It depends on me. Could you step out that shadow for a moment? Oh, it's Mr. Death. Oh. It's the, when we get to the end. He's a friend of yours? Yeah, he and I go all the way back to the demo version. I'll be counting on you next time something happens. Try not to give me too much work to do, okay? That's why we're friends. She's friends with Death. Ha! Good manners. The new season is almost here. I better start checking for any Hawk Party spies in the new students. Salutations, Mr. One. Sasuke Yuya. What is it? I don't recall sending for you. Well, it's a little cold. Can't I just drop by to see your beautiful face? You are no longer a student at the school. You should avoid any unnatural conduct. Nothing unnatural about a college student getting nostalgic for his old high school. Everyone knows how much this school. I love this school. Nothing suspicious about it. Anyway, I came to deliver a letter. New orders? No, it's from Tori. A letter of intent. Doesn't look like it. He addressed this little package to you. Let's have a look. To the soaring wings of Special Intelligence Division 0, Leon JB. May your organization grow in prosperity and success with the coming season. I pray you have been well throughout the colder months of the year. I am deeply grateful for you taking your time of your busy schedule to see me off the other day. I shall thank you from the bottom of my heart for your kind consideration. Therefore, I have obtained a humble gift from the High Society Seagull Department Store to express my gratitude. I know you're quite busy with the coming of the new school year, but please take care not to catch cold in this chilly spring weather. Your servant, the Black Advocate, Technical Research Consultant, Nishijiki Tori. That's some pretty stiff business writing. You saw him off after everything the other night? He's on the surveillance list after all. I gave him a ride home. The package doesn't seem to have any explosives. Maldine's, cheesecakes, and financiers. Pretty standard stuff for a pastry assortment. Did he go to the trouble of having them sent? No point in saying no. We'll run some tests, and if they come up clean, I'll put the coffee on. We'll check for poison. Get well soon. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! Christmas will soon be here! The spring semester has barely started. Merry Christmas! Christmas will soon be here in about 8 months! You two do not seem to be short on energy. Perhaps I shall reduce your portions of meals starting today. Merry Christmas! Yeah! Merry Christmas! Shu doesn't understand food. He looks after his partridge plumage. He's gonna get all raggedy and thin. Merry Christmas! Mary and Kaka always use up a lot of energy planning for Christmas. Merry Christmas! Let's decorate the tree with a nice fossil instead of star this year. Yeah, a nice big fossil. Please don't carry my things off without asking. Is this something of shoes? Something important? Something important? No, not particularly. Merry Christmas! Yay! We'll decorate the tree with it! We'll decorate the tree with it! Merry Christmas, huh? Merry Christmas. Someone scratched stuff in the fossil? It's no good now. It's scratched. Let me see it for a moment. Merry Christmas! There's a name carved on the back. To Issa, don't forget to eat dinner. I know. Eat if you want to. Merry Christmas lunch! He's getting emotions. How nice. The migrant. Stardust sugar cubes are so sweet. You have some too, Your Majesty. Sweet foods warm the soul and make your troubles fly away. Yeah. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. I'm scared. Scared? Of what? We don't know what we'll find at the next star. That's been true ever since we were on Earth. No one knows what the future will bring. We don't know if it'll be fun. Your Highness, let's have a pillow fight and talk about our crushes at the next star. Okay. You can't just wait around forever. Fun is something you have to go out and find for yourself. We're all good friends here. Tomorrow will be a good day. Oh, and that was it. Which means we have this. Thanks for playing. Oh, we've done it then. So we didn't do these radio things, so why not? Why not? The how and why of St. Pigeonation's question box. Hi everybody, I'm Ryuta. I'm in charge of the question corner. I think you can tell we're doing here just from the name, but since it's the first time, I'll explain. In the how and why question box, I'll be answering your letters you all sent in. Not just questions though, it looks like we'll be doing shout-outs, random asides, all sorts. It'll be pretty relaxed, bear with us. Because this is the first time, I'll make sure to pick things which don't spoil any of the BBL route from the full version. If you haven't finished it yet, spoiler landmines can be scary, but don't worry, there won't be any of those here, and if you haven't done it, you can see the BBL route on my YouTube. Let's get started then. Now for the very first letter, the one from Aviophile. This is a historic moment. If you get married, you'll be the one wearing the wedding dress, Ryuta. You seem awfully sure about this. Actually, Hikato, that's me, told me a little bit about her dream wedding. She said she wanted a bungee jump wedding. I can't remember where, but apparently there's a place where you can have an entire ceremony while oscillating several meters above the ground. That sounds horrible. If she still wants to have a bungee weapon, a gesture would be risky for either of us. But it would be nice if we could wear our street clothes. Anyway, next one. This one is from Miss Birdlover. Let's see, did birds' lifespans change when they ascended? I don't know what life expectancies were like before, but some have increased over the past 100 years. Larger parrots and things were always long-lived, so it didn't change much. The smaller birds, like quails, live several times as long. Some still have much shorter lives than humans, though. That's just how it is. Ah, we're getting gloomy. Let me change of course. Let's regroup and move on. This is from Kanako Mikan. To Hiyuku, nice to meet you. I have lost my heart for your wild lifestyle. Being a hunter-gatherer must be hard in lots of ways. Have you ever had trouble with some particular animal or had to live through something very difficult? I was told to answer anything for me as best as I could. She's been really something. She's wild and rugged ever since we were very young. I've always admired her too. She never really complains, so I'm not sure if I know of anything that's really gotten her trouble. One thing I can think of would be the time her den got hijacked, invaded by jackals while she was at school. It looked really tough. As long as there are living creatures, there will always be turf wars. She said the fight with the boss jackal lent an entirely new meaning to the phrase domestic violence, so maybe that's a good example of a quarry which gave her trouble. Then again, in the end, they reconciled and she welcomed them into the jackal tribe as a brother, so maybe it was more like a pair of Yankees, having a sunset fistfight on the riverbank than a hunter and her prey. The next letter is addressed to Nageki. From one Hatful Sheris. What do you wish for on Tanatimba? I always felt sad not seeing your card. I think we should have him answer this. Nageki, what? Oh good, I was worried I'd have to call you on the announcer. Is the microphone on? Yeah, we're on air. Wait, don't leave. No, I don't want to be recorded. Just answer one question. Fine, but once I've answered, I'm leaving. Thank you. This letter was asking if you make wishes on Tanatimba. I'd like to know what you wish for. I don't. Wishes are for superstitious children. Dr. Romani always makes one. Oh, did you make them when you were younger? Yeah. What sort of things did you wish for back then? Nothing. Nothing special. Things like I hope my family stays happy. Harmless things. I'm always hoping for the same thing. I know how it is. Are we done? I'm leaving. Yep, sorry for holding you up. Bye-bye. Right. He cares about his family. I wonder what they're like. They must all be quiet, calm birds like him. Or dead. Next one's for San. Isn't signed. It's a little long, but I'll try to read it in one go. Okusan, 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 Okusan. It smells good. I want to Hif Hokuman's pure white porridge. Wait, no, Hif Mommy, the festival Okusan, so cute. Okusan's voice is decided. Yay, cute, cute, too cute. Okusan, I'm so glad drama CDs are going to be sold. No, wait, this can't be. Drama CDs are not real. Wait, games aren't real either. Okusan, it's not a real one. No, Q. No, darn it, I'm quitting reality. Wait, he's looking at me. Okusan, my monitor, he's looking at me. He's looking at me. The Okusan on the plug, he's looking at me. He's talking to me. In the game. Thanks, Puddin. I'm glad I'm still here. Yay, I have Okusan. I did it, Louise. Could that be done alone? The drama CD Okusan. Angel, Ryuta, Sakura, Yuya. Deliver my love to Okusan. Deliver it to him at St. Pigeonations. I feel like we're going to suffocate them. It has been delivered. Cuckoo! Your love has been delivered. Coo! Will you accompany Okusan on a journey? The true pudding awaits. I think he understands. That's good. On that note, the last letter is for San as well. I love Okusan so much. He's turning my heart into a Hato heart. It's easy to keep doves at home. I want an Okusan of my own to stroke gently around and around. My goal is to have him ride on my shoulder. I know it ain't a casual decision, but do you think I could do that? No one around here has kept doves for decades. The pet shop does not sell them either. Where did Okusan come from? It's a mystery. Would you mind telling me? I think I should start by talking about San's actor. This will get a bit meta. San is modelled off a dove named Okusan, kept by the creator. Oh, we're learning. Of course, this portrait is a picture of the bird himself. In reality, he isn't interested in pudding at all. Please don't try to feed a dove pudding. Doves aren't particularly hard to care for. Anyone who kept a budgie or a sparrow should find it pretty easy. A racing bird would be a little more difficult, but for a fantail or the like, a fairly small cage is fine. A rabbit cage works very well. However, doves aren't common pets, so there aren't many veterinarians who know how to treat them. Doves are usually very healthy and rarely get sick, but you might want to make sure there's a clinic nearby which will see them just in case. They're not common in general pet stores, but there's usually a selection for doves in places that specialise in birds. Have a look. Good luck, Missouri. I hope you can have a wonderful birdie life. That's all. So we found out about Okusan. How and why of St. Pigeonations question box. Number 2. Hello everybody, it's Ryuta again. Independent programs like this don't have to worry about viewer numbers, so we can take it easy. True there, brother. It's very relaxing. Aren't you feeling relaxed? Anyway, this episode will be mostly spoiler-free as well. Spoilers for BBL will start showing up in the second half, I think. Anyway, anyone can listen without worrying. Let's start the letters. There's 3. First off, from anonymous individual. You look very good in girls' clothing, but how do you feel about cross-dressing? Is getting paid just an excuse? How do I feel? I'm not sure. I only ever cross-dress at work, after all. It'd be sort of like if I worked at a convenience store and put some sort of emotional weight into the art of wearing an apron or something. It'd be very strange. As for it being an excuse, that seems odd too. It's just a normal part of life. Next letter. I want to have a Colleen be my personal maid. There is a time limit, but you can ask for me anytime you're at the cafe. I'll be waiting. And for the 3rd, the Cooney sexual. I wonder if that person comes by every Friday. To Colleen, you're always so cute. What kind of clothes do you like? You could tell me, right? I'd like to see you more than just in Maid and Miko clothes too. Like maybe a sailor uniform. Ha I don't usually do this outside the cafe, but I had them get me a sailor uniform for this. I'll be back in a minute. I tried making bento. Will you eat it with me? This is the first time I've worn a sailor uniform, actually. It's a little drafty for this time of year. That's weird. Dr. Romani. What is it? Another stomachache? The last one dose was not enough? I'll have something a little more powerful, with a 42% chance of painful death as a side effect, that is. No, that's too much of a mortality rate. I'm not enough in a hurry to play Russian roulette, you know. I don't get changing the background music like that. This is Question Corner, Doctor. There's a letter for you. May I read it? What foolishness is? Very well. I shall discuss the compensation later, of course. I probably don't know what you will ask for, but thank you. This is from someone named Yuya and was sent on December the 6th. Ryuta's birthday is the 3rd, right? Happy birthday. And the Doctor is the 12th. Happy birthday, Tim, too. Thank you. This person seems quite well informed. May I ask you a favour? My birthday is the 7th. Could you celebrate for me? Just one congratulation from you would be better than Christmas and New Year's combined. Another December child. Happy birthday, Yuya. You should say something too, Doctor. Why, it's merely another year in their life. What reason is there to celebrate? Not I'd expected much from you anyway. I'm sorry, Yuya. I'll congratulate the Doctor as well. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas! I feel like something slipped in there. Anyway, happy birthday. I hope you have a good year. Perhaps if you change your heart and decide you'd like to have your limbs and organs replaced, do let me know. Whoa. Bit of a joke about that sort of thing, Doctor. Seeing as the Doctor is here, I'll read a few more of these. This one is the Doctor from Just Pudding. Do you have a Seacon alarm in the infirmary? No, I do not make a habit of relying on such establishments. I simply do not leave anything in there which would be troubling to have stolen. Use the Ghoul Guard, easy and safe. I think not, Mr. Ghoul Guard. The Doctor doesn't seem interested, and that's where I hide. Pardon me then. Please do call if you change your mind. What? He left a business card even though we didn't ask for it. I don't have any use for it. What about you? Likewise. Yeah. Time for the last one. This is from Hopelessly in Love. I'm hopelessly in love with round, adorable Chunkar partridges. Do all Chunkars have the Doctor's suspiciously fluffy face? What do you think? A foolish question. I was visiting a town for the first time. The first man I met had a round face. Does everyone in that town have a round face? Or something like that? It's from someone outside the school, so maybe you could answer less aggressively. Aggressive? Whatever do you mean? I believed I answered in clear, concise fashion. There is no species of bird without individual differences. This is hard. I suppose the Doctor is right. There are differences between individuals. Maybe the best way to see him is the Avian Zoo in Kiowa or Kobe. Chunkar partridge's eyes aren't completely round, but they do look a little bit lethargic or maybe suspicious. Also, when they hold their heads out, their necks are surprisingly thin. They can look very vulnerable when they're taking dust baths too. Do you take dust baths? What a quaint question. Dust bathing is behaviour which arose as a way of removing parasites from the body. Our lifestyles have progressed such we no longer come into contact with parasites and it's no longer needed. Let's do it once in every while and then. A defenceless dust bathing Dr. Romani is a fascinating idea, only because of how hard it is to imagine. I think I'd like to see it. Curiosity killed the cat. I know. Is that enough? I believe the material from last night's experiment will be ready soon. I'd very much like to go home. Yes, we're done. Sorry for holding you up. Thank you. Why is every birdie so uncooperative? I hope I can have someone who'll play along next time. So many for the Doctor. I'll have to bring him back at some point. Maybe next time I should get him a present or something to butter him up beforehand. That's all. Special talk show. Oh god. Welcome to the Nishijiki Special Talk Show. Good evening, folks. I am the grand artist who has offered his life, his very soul, up to the imagination. Nishijiki Tori. Welcome to our special time, which you'll spend with me. I don't imagine there'll be many listeners who don't already know it by heart, but allow me to give you a brief introduction of my glorious, exemplary career so far. Once I was the ace of the 2nd Optical Ordnance Division of the Hawk Party Research Organisation. I'm now the manager at the Crow Party, and is also the chief editor of the Golden Weekly magazine. I doubt anyone in the world is as busy as I am. You're all incredibly grateful that I'm taking this time out of my schedule to conduct a question and answer session. Mr. Nishijiki, please open the door. It won't open no matter how much we push or pull. It must be locked from the inside. What do we do? At this rate, an entire chapter of the radio program is going to be overrun with some unfortunate golden pheasant disaster. You in there! Open up this instant! You were bad enough in the Ligmentine short. Are you planning to ruin this too? Do you think an outsider like you will be going punished for this? We Won't stop at charges of trespassing, you hooligan! It's awfully loud out there. Would the peanut gallery mind keeping its fevered gibberings to itself? This racket is in no way beautiful. Let me put on some music. Now then, let my artistic question and answer session. The first is from a young lad by the name of Hatimony is my waifu. When are you going to discontinue Golden Dove? It's gotten really lame and just feels like it's run out of ideas with all the new characters he introduces. Hey, what is this? Do you know how long Master Tishakipo labored in obscurity even after he debuted his high school? Living an immoglorious life of non-stellarized serialized author? Even when he could get serialized positions, he was never popular in questionnaires, so he would always be dropped. You can't possibly comprehend how he suffered. And then he came to me, to Golden Weekly. He was the first artist whose serials worked out for me. We struggled all this way together. It's like unfortunate twins joined to the hip and so shamefully forced to run in every three-legged race ever. Do you have any idea how much sweat and tears and his own lifeblood he's poured into Golden Dove? You don't, do you? You know nothing of the joy of a long-running series, you disgusting Philistine. You don't even get talking about discontinuing it. Duh. Well, next one. Things seem lively in there. I wish you'd opened the door. On the contrary, he seems to be ignoring us entirely. I can't believe a disgrace like this is allowed on campus. It is most vexing. You two having trouble? The hero, why has he got a gun? The hero always makes an appearance when everybody's in a pickle, right? You, no one asked for you to show up. Wait, what are you carrying? I've got permission to force my way in. Got to protect the peace and tranquility on campus, after all. I'm going to break this door down, whether it's locked or not. Get back. The second one is for TC Robin. I'm tired of the reversible dust jackets. Come up more and more interesting bonus, or I'm not buying your magazine anymore. And don't buy it. Why would people want readers as low-minded as you anyway? Don't think something is wrong with this trend among publishers trying to outcompete each other through bonus items? A magazine should be judged on what's inside. That's where the competition lies. Don't be fooled by frivolities. The real artistry lies sparkling within. That's as far as you go, Nishijiki Tori. Put your rings behind your head. What is a high school student doing with that thing? Did you know, mister? It's a must-have item for any fashionable teenage boy. We have you surrounded. Come quietly and don't try anything. Let's make this as nice as possible, shall we? I don't want to have to shoot you. Not very much, anyway. Trife. Ah, I see you're with JV. Oh ho, very well. I shall withdraw to today. But one day, the school shall be mine. Darn it. There goes another window. If you're going to go leaping through a window, at least open it first. Anyway, we secured the broadcast room. We're shut on time, so you should probably get started. Right, thank you, Yuya. But where does he keep getting those things? Now then, let's try this again. Here's the question box. I'll be joining in today. This time we got questions from Westerners. My English isn't very good, so Sakuya will be helping me out. Already in high school and you still can't choose English? Your future is bleak indeed. I'm not planning on going overseas, so it won't be that bad. I hope. Alright, next question. From Sisyphus617. That sounds more like a password than a handle. What is Hikiru's favourite weapon? The bow, the sword, or the spear? Can you answer that? Hikiru's favourite weapon? A few years she really liked the bamboo pole. I think lately she's been using the copper sword more. A copper sword for hunting? Wouldn't that be a bit dull? It doesn't cut very well, but she said it doesn't matter because she just bludgeons everything to death anyway. Okay. What? Short on time, thanks for certain somebody. This one's for you, Sakuya. From Rabidote. Sakuya, please let me touch your feathers. I want to touch your feathers. Never! Let me translate it to English first. Or Japanese, I guess, since this is the English release. I don't actually need you here at all, but if we started cutting the whole characters out of scenes just because language barrier jokes don't really work when things would be really confusing pretty quickly, right? Sakuya, please, let me touch your feathers. I want to touch your feathers. That's too bad. Maybe he'll let you touch him if you become nobility. What are your thoughts on Brian Pigeon? Do you consider his blog to be quality literature? On second thought, maybe it'd be okay if you didn't bother repeating everything after all. Look here, peasant. I've got one job in this lousy show. It's stupid, but I'm going to do it. Is that clear? Okay. Anyway, Brian. Wait, who? Don't you even know that, you ignoramus? He's the great pigeon from the great land of Great Britain and his very first intellectual complete. Go look up Brian Pigeon online and he's a real thing because we've done it before. This plot is in English. English localization or no, I still can't read it. Of course it's English, he lives in London. He posts many, he even count as fine literature. At the very least, they're culturally quite valuable. They'll definitely leave a mark on even history to come. It must be really important. I have to work hard on my English so I can read his blog. Here's the last one. I love you. Cool, Oxan loves you too. Sakia, I never understood that. Don't act so proud, Neophile. I guess that's about it. We'll have to cut the session short. It's almost time for school to close. Let's make a smooth exit. Bye-bye, everybody. Right. The spoiler. Spoiler time. Last one was a little exciting. I'm glad we didn't get dropped. Special feature on BBL. BBL, or Bad Boys Love, is an extra long truth scenario in which included the full version of the game. Today we'll be asking questions about it, so be warned, there will be spoilers. I don't recommend continuing this if you haven't finished it. Do you want to keep going? Yes. Because we have done it. Haven't we, everyone? Alright, let's get started. This will be a little complicated, but I think I should explain where we are before jumping to the questions. Holiday Star takes place in a happy world where BBL route never began. During the winter break in the 3rd semester. So naturally, until now, questions have been answered by the peaceful, undisturbed, on-term routes for each character. But because we're doing BBL this time, we're calling it on version of each character who lived or didn't live through BBL. Just don't think about it too hard and you'll be fine. In the end, it's just because unlike books or movies, visual novels have all kind of branches. Even if it's a little odd for me to be saying that. Sorry. Questions. This is from Sorrow. Was Hiko raised at an orphanage? How was she managed everything all this time? Hiko isn't here, so I'll be answering for her. Her parents died a long time ago, but she was never taken in by an orphanage. She lived with me and my mother, but she decided she'd rather live on her own. Living by one's own strength is a hunter-gatherer's pride after all. I could never be like her. She's always so tough and cool, you know? On to the next question. Dishimoshi. What do you like so much about Professor Kawa? What was appealing about a so good-for-nothing dove who couldn't even take care of his own family? That's what it says. Wait, no, Doctor, stop. You can't just tear up the letters. Can't put them through the shredder either. Oh. That's not an answer. Sorry. I guess subject of my father is a bit of a sensitive area with him. Dad never did come home much though. I don't remember what kind of person he was. I wonder what kind of boss he was. Hey Doctor, was there something else? The next question is for you. Just one more, could you stay? In the context that the contents may warrant repayment that the emergency room won't be able to fix, but very well. Are you planning to break into the 3rd dimension to claim vengeance? Then again, you probably could. I'll read it, and you don't have to say anything if you don't have to. Let's not get anyone killed. Indeed, though I can't guarantee that we won't. How many aliases have you had to date? Do you mind telling me a few of them? I don't keep them lying around for use at party tricks. That doesn't answer the question. I think is enough. I simply use names I need. In situations where it would be inconvenient for people to realise who I am. Would revealing my name is not might be quite inconvenient. That's true, but no one reading this will mind spoilers. I don't mean inconvenient for them. I mean inconvenient for me. I'm going. He's gone. You didn't even answer either of them. Looks like you're having some trouble. Yuya. How about I answer the question for you? You're always here when we need you, Yuya. I've been training for quite some time after all. I'll leak a little confidential information just for you. Always ready to reveal state secrets just when we need them, Yuya. Well, that's a little harsh. Anyway. As you know, his name as a member of the faculty of St. Pigeonations, and the name of his medical doctor is Iramani Shu. And his name as researcher was Isasuma. That's the first name I knew him by. We also have evidence indicating that Ishiki Mishu and the public prosecutor who died suddenly a few years ago might be the same person. Then finally there's a theory that his real identity is the heir of the Ishijoku group, but that's still not enough. He has quite the history. It seems a little excessive. In any case, the truth remains shrouded in darkness. That's it for me. Can't keep the ladies waiting after all. Adieu. Thank you. It's a little late now, but will you be okay? The doctor was awfully insistent about hiding those names, but you just blabbed them all about him. Then again, he could take care of himself. It's not like the doctor could kill him or anything, even if he did find out. But he did die. This one's for Nageki. Did you disappear entirely after BBL, or are you living inside Ryuta? Also, what would you have done if you had never been sick? Would you have gone to college? I want to know and I can't stop crying. Nageki will have to after these himself. You made me come in just a little while ago too. You're a really important figure in BBL, so we need to have you here. Tanya was asking what happened to you after BBL. At the very least, we do know that I spoke to you when you woke up from hibernation. Let's take another look at the scene. Mr. Kawa? Mr. Kawa, Miss Toko, can you hear me? Morning is almost here. Wake up, Kawa. Tosuke, I told you I won't go back to my world. Scene appears in the special epilogue if you play it through a second time. Why would you play it through twice? That's madness. That's a pretty bad spoiler. Are you sure it's okay to show that? There might be people who've cleared BBL but still haven't seen it. I wasn't thinking. Don't look, don't look. It's a little late now. Anyway, as you can see, my consciousness still seems to be here. Maybe I haven't disappeared completely. That's still pretty vague. I don't exactly exist to begin with. It's a little hard to imagine something that doesn't exist disappearing. But then again, part of your body is inside mine now. So maybe you do exist. I don't know what happens at the end of BBL. Maybe I disappear later on, or maybe I end up sharing Mr. Kawa's body. Maybe if I do end up staying, I'd like to see Hitori move on and finally start living for himself. Then I could despair. That would be nice to see Professor Nanaki living happily. He's been through so much. That wasn't all fun and games to me either, but I definitely agree. How about the second question? Also, what you would have done if you'd never been sick? Can't stop crying. You know you can't change the past. You can hope for the future, which won't be allowed to come either. Didn't you know about where you wanted to go in life, Nageki? Not really. I had a dream for what I wanted to be when I grew up or anything like that. If nothing ever happened, I probably would have just gone to college, graduated, and thought about things from there. It's pretty hard to know where you'll be in a few years down the line. I haven't put any thoughts into my career path at all. I bet it would make a good museum curator, or a librarian, or a writer. I've never really felt like writing books on my own. Being a curator could be interesting though. I'll think about it. The world where you're still alive. Yeah, something like that. Thank you, Nageki. The last one is anonymous. It's for Hitori. Mr. Uzine, please come in, have a seat. Tea biscuits, how nice. This is very nice. Would it be alright if I brought some home? I'd like to give them to the children. Oh yeah, that would be fine. I'd wrap them up when we're done. I don't know why the pitch is such a bad image. He's certainly quite talkative, almost like it's hard to believe he's actually Professor Naneki. Our last letter is addressed to you. I have a question for Hitori. You're supposed... What's going on? My last letter is addressed to you. I have a question for Hitori. You're supposed to have been good at studying, but we were able to go to school. You had your job as a lecturer, and after you took care of the children. It certainly doesn't seem like you'd have the time. I don't go. I am enrolled though. You're enrolled, but don't go. Are you a truant? No. I'm a distant student. Everyone helps out with the housework, so I have more than enough time left to study. Even so, I'm a little worried about leaving them for so long. If you wouldn't mind, I'll be going. He's a very caring guardian. My father could stand to take a leaf out of his book. Ooh. Thank you so much, Hitori. Thank you for having me. It's almost look like someone brought a painting of the ideal young man to life. I wonder if I'll grow up to be as pleasant person as him. Anyway, all for today. Thank you so much. Human form questions. It's every birdie. Thanks for going all the way through the story mode. Must have taken a while. Make sure to take a break if your eyes are tired. They're not, you're fine. Right, let's go. This time we'll be doing a special feature on every birdie. Human forms. As you know, we're birds, but we have human designs too. They're just a bonus, or they're convenience, or something like that. So don't think about it too hard. Our first question is from Naginata. This one is for every birdie. What colour are your panties when you're in human form? Why? Why is that a question? Why is that a question? I wonder why they want to know about that. I'm wearing light grey today. Let's try asking others. White. On this day of reckoning, my loins are wrapped in the vestments dyed in the blood of the crimson lotus blossom. No comment. I'm wearing whatever you want me to, baby. Oh god. I forgot to put mine on. I don't have time for this nonsense. Okusan needs no panties. Merry Christmas! Mary and Kaku are always completely naked! A lot of those weren't really answers. The next one isn't exactly about our human forms, but it fits on the subject of pants. You all wear trousers in human form, but you wear them as birds. As you can see, we aren't wearing any. Clothes for us, as birds, are only used for warmth, fashion, or ceremony. They aren't really mandatory at all. Imari, Professor Nanaki. I feel like you probably engage in self-harm because you feel guilty about everything, so please show us what's underneath those heavy clothes, Professor. This one would be a little one to ask for his face. He's pretty well wrapped up with the coat and scarf though. Why is this getting really creepy? You're pretty heavy dressed in human form. Does it get hot during the summer? It's true, but even during the summer, so many places have air conditioning that you need to have a coat to stay warm. I'll go to the supermarket in short sleeves during the summer and I feel like I'll freeze. I know what you mean. Whenever I go shopping in short sleeves, I need to go running to the bathroom. But it's pretty warm at school, right? Why has it gone this music? Don't you ever want to strip down a little? I see. Is that all? I still have some grading to do, so I'm going. I'm sorry, I just can't bring myself to look at my homeroom teacher and say take it off. Anyway, on for the doctor. Maybe you get so many because he's so mysterious. Yu's glasses are probably just for show, but what about you, doctor? If your vision is poor, how poor is it? Yu's are just for show, yes. Every so often he'll break a pair and it doesn't bother him at all. A true super agent needs to keep 6 or 7 pairs of fake sunglasses around after a while. The doctor left as soon as we did the question about panties. You know all kinds of things about him though. Does his eyesight? Know your enemy and know yourself, and you need not fear the results of 100 battles. It seems to be pretty bad. If you take them away, he's practically helpless. You tried taking his glasses away? Hardly. I'm not that much of a daredevil. Merry Christmas! Mary and Kaku took them! It was bad enough that he started feeling pretty sick too. He returned promptly. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. If you take them off, you genuinely feel well ill. You got all wobbly! Well, we don't know the exact numbers, but it sounds like the doctor's vision is bad enough that in his human form he can't get by without his glasses. A glass would be good to know. That's all for today. And next episode will be our last one, so there's a bonus. Extra large edition. Ba-ba-ba-bum, bum. How and why of St. Pigeonations? It's time for the question box. Hello everybody. This is Kara Ryuta from class 2-3. This is our last question and answering session. We've come a long way, but it's gone by so fast. I'll be sad to see it end. Anyway, we've got a bonus question this time. Sit back and enjoy the ride. Okay, from Shushikawa. You love udon, but what kind is your favourite? I'll be answering the questions for Hikoyo again. I was wondering this a while ago, so I asked her. She said if I had to pick one, it would be kake udon. It's the most basic of the basic, with just udon on broth, nothing else. Said she couldn't let herself forget the true spirit of noodle. I could appreciate that. She orders whatever she feels like at the cafeteria, but if it's her first time at a restaurant, she'll usually get kake udon. I guess maybe kake udon is the best gauge of the chef's udon powers. The next one is Sakura. Your mother taught you that mansions will always have a ninja in them, but did she teach you anything else? Of course, she taught me all I would need to know to live in Japan. Wait, mansions always have ninjas. Do you know aside from ninja and shrine offering things and foreign officers? I know about sushi. It's definitely a point of Japanese pride. You're an aristocrat, so you go to really fancy sushi places, right? Indeed. I've been to those places with little conveyor belts. Not the ones without the little conveyor belts. Do you mock me? Would I go to a sushi place without a little conveyor belt? My mother taught me this. Sushi places with the little conveyor belts have invested in their establishments and combine entertainment with cuisine. They have a higher class than places without the little conveyor belts. I guess you do usually end up spending more time in the ones with little conveyor belts, maybe, I think. Alright, next one. Linda lol. You're always falling asleep. Do you spend all your time at home sleeping? Hey, you could guess that you spend about 97% of your time at home asleep. But how much is it really? If you're always asleep, I worry that you're not getting enough to eat. So do you sleep at home? Don't worry, I make sure to eat. Probably not 97% then. I do fall asleep while I'm having dinner sometimes though. And in the bath. Please make sure you don't drown yourself sleeping. Next is from Shibori. The dark spot on your chin is a shadow, Professor. Or is it a marking? Where are we looking? That bit. Been wondering for a long time. It's not a shadow, it's a common marking on male quails. It's right where the shadow of your head would be though, so it's a little confusing. Try searching for some pictures of button quails. You'll find plenty of quails with a marking by their beak. I mean, I need to check this now. Button quails. Oh yeah, they've all got that. It's like the little dot bit there. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's there, okay. Thank you. Next one. Salutations. I'll answer anything for a lady to get to know me better. It's anonymous, so I can't really tell if it's a lady or not. Clearly it is just a shy young mademoiselle, unable to ask in person, but is determined to have an answer. Let's just go with it. The question is, well, I've never seen you surrounded by screening girls, so you have actually got it, do you? That's a little harsh. Yeah, this is definitely one that would be a little hard to ask with your name attached. But asking the questions, the hard to ask is my job. You're awfully dedicated, and I'll answer in full. Time to bite the bullet. Have you actually got it? A man who's got it never says he does. The sort of backwards way of saying you have got it. I wonder if we could tell that in full candor. You satisfied? Let me know if another lady comes calling. Adieu. Well, I guess for now we could probably say he's probably got it. Whatever it is. The next one is for San. Never fear, Oxan is already here. This one, I wish I were a pudding. What kind of house do you live in? Cool, are you asking about Oxan's house? Will you be coming to play? Oxan will give you a warm welcome. Where's your house? Cool, Oxan lives in a great mansion. A mansion? Oxan's house is a mansion of grand, even grander than Sukuya's. Seriously? Oxan stays in a birdcage inside the mansion. Oh, why a birdcage in the mansion? Oxan's instincts tell him to sleep in a birdcage. Cuckoo! Birdcage helps Oxan stay warm and relaxed. Oxan shall never return to his home and relax now. I'm not sure I understand, but I guess Sam lives in a birdcage inside a huge mansion. I'd like to go visit and see exactly what arrangement he has. Azumai. It's Azumai. Leave it to me, kid. This one's from Fushio. You're way too cool in a number of ways, Azumai. I'll completely fallen for you. I'll follow you to the ends of Earth and back. You want to become my protege, kid? Come to my teriyaki card when the sun begins to set. If you've got the guts. I'll show you how to ride like the wind. There's a question for Mr. Rabu as well. Would you like to answer it? Question for him? Yeah, I'll take it. This is from Sinkan. How is your newlywed life with Miss Azumai so far, Mr. Rabu? She orders you around day and night, right? What kind of idiotic question is that? Don't get prying to other people's private stuff, you brat. Now, don't kick me. Carve it into your soul, kid. No peeping into my love nest. Azumai kicks really hurt. I don't know if she orders him around or not, but I think they get along pretty well. And the final letter. I can't wait for the next question box series. I'm so glad, though I don't know if there'll be another one. There might be, though. Still up in the air. If there are plans for another, it'll be mentioned in the official site and blog. Check it back once in a while. Alright, this is the Holiday Star radio section. Sticking around all the way to the end. This has been your How and Why of St. Pigeonations, brought to you by yours truly, Kawaruta. And there we go. That is everything. Absolutely everything. I'm just going to check, make sure I'm not missing any silly achievement. Read all the King's picture book. Ooh, okay, maybe there is a little. Monster was a poor quail. One day the quail was quick tried bad bird and killed. The quail was put into a train through the sky along with all of the birds who died. Where was it going? Train stopped as the quail jumped. He found the candle in the chair. He cried a lot. Wait to the station. The station will come to play. Time passed. People came. He built a lighthouse and a throne. He became king. He ate everyone else. Birds, they lived happily ever after. Maybe there's more here. Thanks for playing. I mean, one thing we do need to check is if there's going to be another hat for boyfriend, because that's what it said to check. Bum bum bum. Will there be a... Oh, I was like, oh, but no, it's just remakes. I don't think so. Doesn't seem to be. A new. Okay. View my achievements. Read all of the King's picture book. We've read all the King's picture book. I think we just need to go through the whole gallery, maybe. So we got that. We oopsied, which was brilliant. That, won a big tree. End of the first chapter. That madness. Oh, that's the evil dude's book. Death guy who we met. Look how badly pixelated that is. That's the Sailor Moon stuff. End of that chapter. Oh, so this is his human form. Oh my god, why is like so many like pages just full of absolute trash? That's the thing. That is the planar. That's them being cut. That's that one. That's the evil egg. That's where we put the new thing in. That's the power of friendship. End of that one. Evil king. That's the butler. What he looks like. That's what the bad guy looks like. Generic bad guy. Oh, is this real life Azumai? Because we never actually met her. There's Rabu. Can borrow. Oh, wicked. This is the Kingdom Hearts bit. Oh, I like the pudding. And thanks for playing. So this is Okasan. The Chrysalis one. I think we just do need to just go through this. A decorated picture book. This is the one where he's like, "This is a stupid picture book." We've done that one. And this one. Oh, this is where he just starts losing his mind. Is that it? Have we dinged? We haven't dinged. Why haven't we dinged? Well. Oh, there we go. It's came through now. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, well, we're done. It's done. 100%. All the Hat for Boyfriends. Yeah, this will be going up on YouTube. I'm going to put all 3 over Christmas. It'll be part 1, Christmas Eve, part 2, Christmas, part 3, Boxing Day, if you really want to trigger yourself over Christmas. And then maybe next week, if not, definitely in the new year. I might have a little bit of time, but we'll see. We'll be back with more stuff. Yeah. I'm currently in conversation with people to improve my stream as well. So yeah. Some things fell through, so I might not be able to do some big stuff that I hoped, but we'll see. We'll see. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? If there's anything anybody wants me to play, let me know. And most importantly, have a good Christmas, everyone. A wonderful Christmas, and I'll see you soon. Bye, bye, bye. You can't just wait around forever. Fun is something you have to go out and find for yourself. We're all good friends here. Tomorrow will be a good day. Oh, and that was it. Which means we have this. Thanks for playing.